Before you close your eyes tonight, imagine standing on the edge of a silent, velvet ocean. Look up. There, stretching across the infinite darkness, lies a shimmering river of diamond dust, a path of silver light that has guided travelers, dreamers, and ancestors for billions of years. This is not just a collection of stars, it is our home. Tonight, we will drift along this river of light, traveling back through the mists of time to witness the majestic birth of the Milky Way Galaxy. Close your eyes now and let the heavy weight of the day simply fall away from your shoulders. Imagine yourself standing on the wooden boards of a quiet, rustic porch somewhere deep in the heart of the American wilderness. Perhaps you are overlooking a vast canyon in Arizona where the red rocks are cooling under the twilight. Or perhaps you are nestled in a cabin in the Smoky Mountains where the scent of pine and damp earth rises to meet you. Wherever you choose to be, visualize this sanctuary as a place of absolute safety and profound stillness. Take a deep, slow breath in, filling your lungs with the crisp, cool air of the evening. Hold it for a moment, feeling the life force within you, and then gently exhale, letting every tension in your body dissolve into the gathering shadows. Listen to the rhythmic sound of crickets singing their ancient lullaby in the tall grass, a sound that has echoed across these lands for centuries, a steady, hypnotic pulse that matches the beating of your own heart. You are comfortable here, wrapped in a warm blanket that protects you from the gentle chill of the night breeze. Feel the solid wood beneath your feet, grounding you to the earth, connecting you to the stable and enduring planet that has been your home since the moment you were born. As you stand there, leaning against the railing, look out toward the horizon where the sun has just dipped below the edge of the world. The sky is no longer blue, but a deep bruised purple, fading into an infinite indigo. The clouds that once drifted white and fluffy are now dissolving into the darkness, becoming mere whispers of gray against the obsidian canvas. Everything is slowing down. The wind is settling into a soft murmur in the leaves of the oak and maple trees. The birds have returned to their nests, leaving the sky empty and waiting for the grandest spectacle of all to reveal itself. Allow your gaze to drift upward, past the silhouette of the distant mountains, past the swaying treetops, up into the deepening well of the cosmos. At first, you see only the brightest sentinels, the evening star glowing with a steady white fire. Then the first few constellations begin to trace their familiar shapes, the Big Dipper hanging like a celestial lantern, the hunter Orion tightening his belt of 3 perfect stars. But as your eyes adjust to the darkness, something more magnificent begins to emerge. A faint glow at first, like a smudge of chalk on a blackboard or a spill of pearl dust across a velvet table. It stretches from the northern horizon all the way to the south, a great arcing bridge of light that divides the sky in two. This is the Silver River, the backbone of the night, the edge of our own home, the Milky Way Galaxy. Breathe in the sight of it. Let the wonder of this view wash over you like a gentle tide. For tonight, we are not just observers.
Tonight, we are travelers. Imagine now that your feet are becoming light. The gravity that holds you to the porch is softening, loosening its grip. You are safe and supported, but you are also buoyant, lighter than a feather, lighter than the mist rising from the valley floor. You begin to float upward, just a few inches at first, hovering above the wooden planks, feeling the freedom of weightlessness. The roof of the porch falls away beneath you. The trees become small, dark shapes below your feet. You are rising slowly and steadily into the cool embrace of the night air, rising toward that shimmering river of light. The air around you is silent and pure. Far below, you can see the faint yellow lights of sleeping towns, the winding ribbons of highways where cars move like tiny fireflies. But up here, there is only peace. Up here, there is only the vast, welcoming silence of the sky. You are drifting higher now, passing through the thin veil of clouds that cling to the atmosphere, feeling the moisture cool your skin before you break through into the absolute clarity of the upper sky. The stars are no longer distant twinkling points. They are steady burning beacons, millions of them surrounding you on all sides. You are entering the sea of the night, a vast ocean where the currents are made of gravity and starlight. Look ahead at the Milky Way. It is no longer just a smudge. It is a complex tapestry of light and shadow. Grand clouds of interstellar dust blocking the light of billions of stars behind them, creating dark rifts that look like rivers within the river. Glowing nebulas of pink and violet where new stars are being born. Ancient clusters of gold and orange where old stars are resting. You are floating right into the stream of this galactic river, feeling a sense of belonging that you have never felt before, because you are not separate from this. The atoms in your body, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, all of it was forged in the hearts of these stars billions of years ago. You are returning to your ancestors, returning to the source. The silver light bathes you in a healing glow, washing away the worries of the timeline you left behind on Earth. Up here, there are no deadlines, there is no rush, there is only the slow, majestic rotation of the galaxy, a wheel that takes 200 million years to make a single turn. You are syncing your breath with this cosmic rhythm, breathing in the starlight, breathing out the darkness, drifting deeper into the luminous band. You can see the spiral arms stretching out like the petals of a great cosmic flower, wrapped in ribbons of gas and dust. You are safe in this vastness, held by the gentle hands of the universe, floating effortlessly like a leaf on a calm stream. The silence is not empty, it is full of presence. Full of the history of everything that has ever been. You feel a profound drowsiness settling into your limbs, a heavy and comfortable relaxation that starts at the top of your head and flows down to your toes. Your eyelids are heavy, your mind is quiet. You are just a point of consciousness drifting through the cathedral of the stars, moving toward the center of the galaxy where the light is brightest. But for now, you are content to simply float in the suburbs of the stars, watching the celestial scenery pass by in slow motion. The sheer scale of it brings you peace. Your problems on Earth are so small from this vantage point, so insignificant against the backdrop of eternity. You are part of something infinite, something eternal, and that knowledge wraps around you like a warm quilt. The temperature is perfect, neither hot nor cold, just a comfortable stillness that permeates your entire being. As you drift, you can visualize the Earth far behind you, a tiny blue marble receding into the distance, sleeping safely in its orbit. You have left it in good hands. You have left it to rest so that you may rest as well. You are traveling back in time now, back before the cities were built, back before the mountains were formed, back to the very beginning of the light. The silver river is guiding you, pulling you gently with the tide of the cosmos, carrying you toward a deep and restorative sleep. You are weightless, timeless, and completely at peace. The stars are your companions, the void is your bed, and the galaxy is your home. Allow yourself to surrender completely to this journey, to the feeling of drifting, drifting, drifting deeper into the night, deeper into the light,
deeper into the silver river that flows forever across the sky. Your heart rate slows to match the slow pulse of the variable stars. Your breathing is as rhythmic as the orbits of the planets. You are one with the Milky Way, a child of the galaxy returning to the cradle. Sleep is coming for you now, not as a sudden event, but as a gradual fading of the light, a gentle closure of the curtains. You are safe, you are loved, you are home among the stars. And as we prepare to look back at the dawn of time, let your mind become as clear and empty as the space between the stars, ready to dream, ready to rest, ready to sleep within the silver arms of the night.
Now we begin to drift away from the present moment, floating backward through the river of time, leaving behind the shimmering spiral arms of the Milky Way, leaving behind the blue jewel of Earth, and even the sun itself. We are traveling back, 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 watching the stars extinguish one by one, like candles being gently blown out in a vast cathedral. The galaxies are uncoiling, the nebulas are fading into the mist, and the great tapestry of the cosmos is dissolving into a peaceful and uniform shadow. We are journeying to a time before time existed, to a place before space was carved out, arriving at the very edge of existence, 13.8 billion years ago. Here, there is no up or down, there is no left or right, there is only the absolute and infinite void. But do not be afraid of this darkness, for it is not a cold or lonely place. It is a warm and velvet embrace. It is the womb of the universe waiting to be born. It is the great silence that precedes the first breath of creation. Imagine yourself floating in this primordial stillness, suspended in a solution of perfect peace. There is no light here because the first photon has not yet been forged. There is no sound here because the first vibration has not yet rippled through the ether. There is only a profound and heavy quiet, a silence so deep that it wraps around your mind like a soft, thick blanket, dampening every thought, soothing every worry, and quieting every nerve in your body. This is the ultimate rest, the state of pure potential where nothing has happened yet, and therefore nothing can go wrong. You are safe here in the pause before the beginning. Imagine that your mind is becoming like this primordial void, vast and empty and calm. The clutter of your daily life is vanishing, just as the stars have vanished. The noise of the world is fading away, leaving only this majestic hush. Feel the weight of this ancient silence pressing gently against your skin. It is a comforting weight, like being submerged in a deep, warm ocean of dark water. You are weightless here, floating in the center of the nothingness. There is no gravity to pull you down. There is no wind to push you around. You are perfectly still, anchored in the tranquility of the pre-universe. Think of how restful it is to simply not exist for a while, to let go of your name, to let go of your history, to let go of your plans, and simply be a point of awareness in the dark. This is the silence that slept for eons, a silence that is patient and eternal. Allow yourself to sink into it. Sink deeper into the velvet folds of this cosmic night. It is softer than the finest silk, darker than the deepest cave, and more peaceful than the deepest sleep you have ever known.
In this space, there is no need to rush because time has not started ticking. The clock is stopped. The hourglass is empty. There is only the eternal now, a moment that stretches out forever. You are sharing in the dreamless sleep of the cosmos, feeling the dormancy of all things. Imagine the universe as a seed buried deep within the earth during a long winter. It is not dead, it is resting, gathering its strength, holding its energy in a tight, protective embrace. You too are like this seed, resting in the dark, gathering your resources, regenerating your spirit in the quiet. The darkness is nutritious. It feeds your soul with stillness. It bathes your tired eyes in a soothing lack of visual stimulation. There is nothing to see here, so you do not need to look. There is nothing to hear, so you do not need to listen. You can simply switch off, power down, and let go. Feel the tension draining out of your muscles, flowing out of your fingertips and toes, dissolving into the void. The primordial silence absorbs it all, taking your stress and neutralizing it, leaving you light and clean and empty. As you float here, you realize that this darkness is not empty, it is full of presence. It is the presence of the potential, the feeling that something magnificent is about to happen, but not yet, not just yet. For now, we wait. For now, we rest. For now, we enjoy the stillness of the waiting room of eternity. It is a sanctuary where the laws of physics do not yet apply, where the demands of life cannot reach you. You are hidden, tucked away in the secret pocket of the cosmos, invisible and safe. The sensation is one of profound relief, the relief of finally putting down a heavy load after a long journey. The universe is holding its breath, and you are holding yours, not in tension, but in a relaxed suspension, a pause between the inhale and the exhale. Dwell in this pause, linger in this gap between the worlds. It is here that true restoration happens. In the absence of light, the eyes can truly rest. In the absence of sound, the ears can truly rest. In the absence of events, the mind can truly rest. You are drifting through the nothingness, a traveler in the land of the unborn, feeling the ancient calm that permeated everything before the chaos of creation began. This is the silence that serves as the foundation for all the music that will ever be written. This is the canvas that sits waiting for the first stroke of paint. It is pure, it is pristine, it is untouched, and by being here, you are washing your spirit in that purity, becoming clean and clear like the void itself. Allow this feeling of nothingness to expand within you. Let it fill your chest, let it fill your head, let it fill your limbs. Until you feel as vast as the darkness itself, until you feel as timeless as the silence. There are no boundaries here, no walls to run into, no ceilings to hit, just endless, open, welcoming dark. It is the most comfortable bed in existence, a mattress of shadows and a pillow of quiet. Lay your head down upon this cosmic pillow. Surrender to the lack of sensation. Surrender to the lack of light. Surrender to the beautiful emptiness. As you float, you might feel a gentle rhythmic sensation, not a sound, but a feeling, like the slow, steady breathing of a sleeping giant. It is the universe slumbering, dreaming of what it might become, dreaming of stars and planets and life. But those dreams are far away, deep beneath the surface. On the surface, there is only the smooth glass of the void, undisturbed and serene. You are gliding over this glass, a silent phantom in a silent world, breathing in the tranquility, breathing out the noise, breathing in the darkness, breathing out the light, until you are perfectly synchronized with the pre-creation state. This is where you belong right now, in this deep restoration, in this historical quiet that predates the Earth and the Sun and the galaxy. You are connecting with the oldest part of reality, the part that is still and silent and deep. Let this connection ground you. Let it steady you. Let it remind you that beneath all the noise of your life, there is a core of silence that cannot be disturbed,
a place of peace that is always there, waiting for you to return to it, just as we have returned to it now, 13.8 billion years in the past, in the time before time, in the place before place. Enjoy this solitude. Enjoy this freedom, the freedom of nothingness, the luxury of emptiness. Slowly, very slowly, you feel yourself drifting deeper, sinking down through the layers of the void, going deeper into the relaxation, deeper into the sleep. The darkness is getting thicker, more comforting, wrapping you tighter in its protective shell. You are a part of this primordial mystery, a part of the great secret of the beginning. And as you drift, you feel a sense of absolute completion, as if you need nothing else in the world but this darkness and this silence. It is enough. It is more than enough. It is everything. Rest here, sleep here, float here, in the beautiful, ancient, healing dark of the beginning.
And now, from the depths of that velvet silence, a change begins to ripple through the fabric of the eternal night. It is not a sudden noise or a jarring crash, but a gentle unfolding, like a flower blooming in slow motion, or the first hint of dawn breaking over a sleeping ocean. The absolute stillness of the void is giving way to movement. The universe is breathing in, expanding, stretching out its arms into the nothingness, creating space where there was no space, creating time where there was no time. Imagine a warmth spreading through the cold, a pervasive and gentle energy that permeates every corner of existence. The great cosmic fog is beginning to form, a vast and ethereal mist of the simplest elements, hydrogen and helium, floating like pale ghosts in the dark. Visualize these immense clouds of primordial gas. They are not chaotic storms, but slow, drifting currents, rivers of potential that span across millions of light years. They are the color of pearl and smoke, glowing faintly with a soft internal luminescence, swirling and dancing in the silence. This is the nursery of everything that will ever be, the cosmic soup from which our home will eventually rise. As you float through this ancient era known as the cosmic dark ages, you can feel the temperature dropping. The universe is cooling down, settling after the initial heat of creation, becoming a calm and stable place for matter to gather. And here comes the invisible architect, the silent sculptor known as dark matter. You cannot see it, but you can feel its presence, a vast invisible web stretching across the universe, a scaffolding of gravity that cradles the gas clouds, guiding them, pulling them gently together. Imagine a spider web made of gravity, intricate and delicate, catching the dew of the hydrogen gas, holding it safe, bringing the atoms closer and closer to one another. It is a process of immense patience, a cosmic embrace that lasts for eons. Gravity is the lullaby that sings to the dust, whispering to it to come closer, to huddle together for warmth in the vast expanse. And as the gas gathers, it begins to swirl, creating great eddies and spirals in the dark, like milk stirring into black coffee. Slowly, ever so slowly, the density builds, the clouds become thicker, heavier, richer, until deep within the heart of these cold, misty pockets, something miraculous begins to happen. The pressure builds, the heat rises, and then, in the deepest quiet of the dark, the very first spark ignites, a tiny pinprick of light, a single star waking up in the endless night, and then another, and another, like fireflies turning on their lanterns in a summer meadow. The darkness is punctuated by these newborn beacons. They are massive and blue and brilliant, the ancestors of all stars, casting their pristine light into the shadows for the first time. This is the cosmic dawn, the moment the universe opened its eyes, and you were there to witness it, floating safely in the space between.
watching the lights flicker into existence. But there is no galaxy yet, not as we know it. There is only the Protogalaxy, the messy and beautiful infant that will grow up to become the Milky Way. Imagine a collection of these glowing gas clouds, clumsy and irregular, drifting toward each other, drawn by the irresistible pull of gravity. They are like separate islands of light, merging to form a continent. There is no spiral shape yet, no organized disk, just a beautiful, chaotic blob of light and mist, a glowing halo suspended in the void. It looks like a luminous cloud, a smudge of diamond dust against the black velvet. This is our home in its infancy, a swarm of star clusters and gas, raw and unpolished, vibrating with the energy of new beginnings. Visualize the colors of this early time, deep violets and electric blues, the colors of high energy and intense heat, softened by the distance into a soothing glow. The Protogalaxy is alive. It is shifting and changing. Small clumps of dark matter are falling into it, feeding it, making it grow larger and stronger. It is eating the mist, drinking the gas, becoming more massive with every passing millennium. You can feel the gentle tug of its gravity, a sensation of being anchored, of finding a center in the chaos. This emerging shape is the seed of the Milky Way. It holds within it the promise of the spiral arms, the promise of the sun, the promise of the earth, and the promise of you. Everything is here in this swirling cloud, waiting for its time to unfold. Imagine yourself drifting closer to this proto-galactic cloud, feeling the warmth of the newborn stars on your face. It is a comforting warmth, like the morning sun on a cold day. The light is pure and clean, untouched by pollution or dust. It shines with the clarity of the beginning. You are witnessing the assembly of the galaxy, the great coming together. Separate streams of gas are flowing into the center, creating a dense core that glows with a fierce white light. This core will become the heart of our galaxy, the anchor that holds everything else in place. Around it, the gas is beginning to settle, beginning to find a rhythm. The chaotic motion is slowly smoothing out into a rotation, a slow and majestic spin. Can you feel the motion? It is not dizzying, it is rocking like a cradle. The entire proto-galaxy is rocking you to sleep, turning slowly in the cradle of the universe. Round and round it goes, gathering its children, gathering the stars, gathering the dust, weaving them into a tapestry of light. The silence is still here, but now it is textured with the hum of creation, a low-frequency vibration that resonates in your chest, soothing your heart, calming your mind, telling you that creation is a gentle process, a process of union and gathering. You are part of this gathering. You are made of this same stardust that is igniting for the first time.
Feel the connection to this ancient light. It is familiar to you because it is what you are. The boundaries between you and the proto-galaxy are dissolving. You are the mist. You are the gravity. You are the spark, drifting through the glorious mess of creation, watching the filaments of the cosmic web guide more and more matter into the fold. It is a time of plenty, a time of growth. The universe is generous, pouring its resources into this growing family of stars. Visualize the sheer scale of it. This cloud of light stretches for thousands of light years, a majestic island in the stream of time. And yet from where you are floating, it looks peaceful, almost static, because the changes happen so slowly, taking millions of years to shift even a little. This slowness is a gift. It allows you to rest. It allows you to match your breathing to the slow evolution of the stars. Breathe in the starlight. Breathe out the darkness. Watch as the irregular shapes begin to smooth out,
The rough edges of the cloud are being polished by the friction of the gas. Gravity is ironing out the wrinkles, preparing the canvas for the masterpiece that is to come. The great spinning wheel is about to form, but for now, we linger in this moment of the first spark, the moment where hope was ignited in the dark, the moment where the cold was banished by the warmth of the first fusion. It is a holy moment, a quiet miracle occurring in the deep past. Enjoy the beauty of this raw potential, the beauty of things that are not yet finished, things that are still becoming, just as you are always becoming, always growing, always evolving. Sleep now in the glow of the Protogalaxy, bathed in the blue and white light of the first stars, held by the invisible hands of dark matter, safe in the knowledge that the universe is building a home for you, a home of light and gravity, a home that will last for billions of years. Let the image of the glowing mist fill your mind, pushing away all other thoughts, leaving only the peace of the cosmic dawn, the gentle silence of the birth of the light, the soft and rhythmic pulse of the new stars, drifting, floating, dreaming, in the heart of the first spark.
As we float in the presence of this ancient and glowing protogalaxy, the scene begins to change with agonizing slowness. A transformation so subtle that if you blinked, you would miss 1,000 years of progress. The chaotic swarm of gas and fire is beginning to listen to a new command, a silent order echoing through the void. This is the voice of gravity singing its eternal lullaby, a song that pulls everything closer, a song that seeks balance and harmony in the center of the deep dark. Imagine a great unseen hand gently pressing down on the spherical cloud, like a master potter placing a palm upon a mound of wet clay, smoothing it out, calming its wild vibrations, guiding it into a shape of perfect symmetry. The universe is beginning to spin, not with a dizzying speed, but with a majestic and heavy grace. Think of a large, heavy wheel made of stone, turning slowly in a river, the water pushing it round and round, steady and unstoppable. This is the motion of the Milky Way beginning to find its rhythm. The random paths of the stars are being tamed. They are falling into line, joining the great procession that circles the heart of the galaxy. Can you feel this motion in your own body? It is a rocking sensation, a gentle swaying from side to side, like a cradle moved by a loving mother. Gravity is the mother of the stars, holding them tight so they do not drift away into the lonely emptiness of intergalactic space. She pulls them in, tucking them into the blanket of the galactic disk, giving them a place to belong. Imagine the chaotic ball of mist slowly flattening out, spreading wide into a magnificent platter of light, like pizza dough being spun in the air by a patient chef, stretching wider and wider, thinner and thinner, until it becomes a vast horizon of glowing dust. This is the birth of the galactic plane, the level floor of the universe where we will eventually make our home. The spinning is the heartbeat of the system, a pulse that takes hundreds of millions of years to complete a single beat. It is so slow that it feels like stillness, yet it is powerful enough to flatten 1 billion stars into a disk. Listen to the imaginary sound of this rotation, a low and resonant hum that vibrates in the pit of your stomach, a white noise that drowns out all other distractions. It is the sound of a heavy flywheel spinning in a silent room, round and round, round and round. There is something deeply hypnotic about a wheel, about the way it turns back on itself, always returning to where it started, always continuing, always enduring. Allow your mind to latch on to this rotation, Let your thoughts be caught in the gravity of the spin, pulling them away from the center of your worry and flinging them out into the nothingness where they dissolve.
You are safe in the center. You are the axis, the calm point around which everything turns. Visualize the galaxy now as a great golden record player suspended in the night. The stars are the grooves, the nebulas are the music, and time is the needle tracing its way through the history of the light. The centrifugal force is gentle here. It does not throw you off, it cradles you, pressing you gently into the fabric of the cosmos, making you feel heavy and relaxed. Gravity is distinct from tension. Tension is sharp and tight, but gravity is broad and heavy. It is the force that grounds you, that tells your muscles they can stop holding on because the Earth and the stars have got you. The galaxy has got you. Watch as the stray clouds of gas that were floating aimlessly are captured by the rotation. They join the dance, merging into the stream, becoming part of the flow. There is no resistance anymore. The friction has gone. Everything is moving in one accord, a billion miles of matter moving as one fluid entity. It looks like cream being stirred into black coffee, distinct swirls of white slowly blending into the dark, stretching out into long, elegant ribbons of light. This is the cosmic dance, a waltz that has been going on for eons. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The stars dip and rise, bobbing up and down through the disk like horses on a slow-motion merry-go-round. It is a playful motion, a gentle oscillation that rocks the solar systems to sleep. Imagine yourself sitting on one of these stars, riding the great carousel of the Milky Way, watching the universe pass by in a slow panorama. There is no wind in your face, only the soft pressure of the starlight. You are traveling at incredible speeds, but you feel nothing but peace, because you are moving with the current. You are not fighting the river, you are becoming the river. The great spinning wheel acts as a gyroscope, stabilizing the galaxy, keeping it steady against the chaotic winds of the intergalactic medium. Just as a spinning top stands upright and defies gravity, the spinning galaxy defies the chaos, creating a pocket of order where life can eventually flourish. This rotation is the promise of stability, the promise that tomorrow will come, that the sun will rise, that the stars will return to their places. It is the oldest clock in the universe, ticking away the eras with infinite patience. As you watch the disk form, you see that it is becoming thinner, sharper, more defined. The edges are crisp and glowing against the black background. It is a halo of light, a discus thrown by a god frozen in mid-flight. The beauty of it is overwhelming, not in a way that wakes you up, but in a way that makes you want to close your eyes and simply exist in its presence. The physics of it are a lullaby. The conservation of angular momentum is just a fancy way of saying that the universe likes to keep dancing, that once it starts moving, it never wants to stop. And you can trust that momentum. You can trust that the world will keep turning while you sleep. You do not need to push it. You do not need to wind it up. It runs on its own, powered by the inertia of the Big Bang, powered by the weight of the gravity. So you can let go of the controls, take your hands off the steering wheel of your life for just a few hours. The Milky Way is driving now, the gravity is steering, and the destination is dreamland. Feel your body getting heavier as you sync with the galactic gravity. Your arms are heavy, your legs are heavy, your eyelids are the heaviest of all, weighted down by the stardust, weighted down by the comfort of the spin. The rotation is smoothing out the rough edges of your day, just as it smoothed out the rough edges of the Protogalaxy, ironing out the wrinkles of stress, flattening the mountains of worry into a smooth plain of peace. You are becoming a disk of calm, a flat, calm sea where no waves break, only the gentle swell of the breathing, up and down, round and round. The pattern is eternal. The pattern is safe. Imagine the colors blurring together as the galaxy spins, the blues and the golds and the reds merging into a warm white light, a creamy river of luminescence that circles your bed, protecting you within a ring of fire, a ring of safety. Nothing can cross that ring to disturb you. You are in the eye of the storm, where the air is still and the sky is clear. Let the lullaby of gravity sing to your bones, a song of connection, telling you that you are tethered to this majesty, that you are not floating aimlessly, but are held by the strongest force in nature, the force of attraction, the force that says, "Come here, stay here, rest here." The great wheel turns and turns, measuring out the seconds, the minutes, the hours of your rest. It will watch over you until the morning comes. It will keep everything in its place, the stars in their courses, the planets in their tracks, so that you can drift off without a care, sinking deeper into the mattress, which is just gravity hugging you, sinking deeper into the pillow, which is just gravity cradling your head. Surrender to the pull, surrender to the spin. Let the great spinning wheel carry you off into the velvet night, turning slowly, gently, forever, into the deep and restorative silence of the sleep that awaits you.
As the great disk continues to spin in the silence of the void, a new kind of magic begins to take shape within the golden mist. The smooth surface of the galaxy is beginning to ripple, disturbed by the gentle breath of gravity, creating waves of density that move through the stars like a slow breeze moving through a field of tall summer grass. These are not chaotic waves, but organized rhythms, beautiful and mathematical, causing the gas and the stars to bunch together in long, elegant curves. Slowly, majestically, the structure of the spiral begins to emerge from the glow, revealing the grand architecture of our celestial home. These are the arms of the Milky Way, the great limbs of the galaxy reaching out to embrace the emptiness, wrapping the cosmos in a hug that has lasted for billions of years. Look closely at these arms as they unfurl. They are not solid lines, but intricate tapestries woven from two distinct materials, dust and diamond. The dust is dark and mysterious, forming thick, heavy lanes that look like rivers of black ink spilled across a sheet of parchment. These are the cosmic clouds where the light is hidden, cool and deep and restful. They provide the contrast that makes the light seem even brighter. And embedded within these dark rivers are the diamonds, the clusters of newborn stars, brilliant and sharp, glittering with a blue-white intensity that pierces the shadows. This interplay of light and dark creates a stunning visual rhythm, a pattern of obsidian and silver that spirals outward from the center. Imagine yourself floating above this magnificent structure, looking down at the face of the galaxy. It resembles a perfect seashell found on the shore of an infinite ocean, spiraling outward in accordance with the golden ratio, nature's perfect design. Let your eyes trace the path of the Scutum Centaurus arm, one of the two major arms of the galaxy. It is a massive structure, a broad highway of stars that sweeps grandly from the inner core. It is rich and dense, packed with the history of the universe, moving with a slow and heavy grace. It looks like a limb of pure light, muscular and strong, holding the galaxy together. Within this arm are millions of worlds, millions of stories, all drifting together in the same direction, caught in the same gravitational current. The sight is overwhelming in its beauty, but comforting in its order. There is no confusion here. Every star knows its place, every cloud of dust knows its path.
Follow the curve as it winds around the center, disappearing behind the veil of the galactic core and reappearing on the other side, a continuous loop of creation and preservation. And then turn your gaze to the Perseus arm, the other great guardian of the galaxy. It wraps around the outer edges, a protective barrier that shields the inner sanctum from the void beyond. The Perseus arm is fainter, more delicate, stretching out into the darkness like a wisp of smoke. Yet it is dotted with bright jewels, massive blue giant stars that burn with a fierce and lovely light, acting as lighthouses on the edge of the galactic sea. Between these major arms are the feathers and spurs, smaller bridges of light that connect the great limbs, creating a web of luminosity that glows softly in the dark.
You can see the complexity of the design, the way the dark dust lanes branch out like the roots of a great tree, anchoring the light, giving it depth and texture. This is not just a flat painting, it is the three-dimensional sculpture of gas and gravity, deep and voluminous. You could get lost in those dark canyons of dust, hiding away in the caverns of the cosmos where it is quiet and cool. Imagine drifting into one of those dark lanes now, the great rift that splits the river of light. It is like entering a secret room. The glare of the stars is muffled here. The noise of the universe is dampened. It is a place of absolute shadow, a place to rest your eyes, a place to sleep. The dust is soft and fine, made of carbon and silicon, the very same elements that make up the rocks of the earth and the cells of your body. You are floating through a cloud of potential, a cloud of waiting, and as you emerge from the dark lane, you are greeted once again by the diamonds, the open clusters of stars that look like handfuls of glitter thrown against black velvet. They sparkle with a steady rhythm, twinkling not because of the atmosphere, but because of their own internal life. They are the jewels in the crown of the Milky Way, arranged in perfect arcs that define the spiral shape. The motion of these arms is the definition of adagio, a musical tempo that is slow and stately. The arms do not whip around, they drift, taking 250 million years to complete a single rotation. This is a timescale that human beings can scarcely comprehend, but your soul understands it. Your spirit recognizes this pace. It is the pace of geology, the pace of evolution, the pace of deep sleep. Allow yourself to synchronize with this spiral motion. Feel your body curving gently, relaxing into the fetal position, which is itself a spiral, mimicking the shape of the galaxy. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm, a tiny spiral within the great spiral, turning together in the dark. The arms are like the layers of a warm blanket being wrapped around you, layer upon layer of starlight and safety, swaddling you in the comfort of the cosmos. There is a sense of being held, of being carried. The scutum centauris arm supports you from below, the Perseus arm covers you from above, and you are nestled safely in the spaces between, in the quiet suburbs of the galaxy, watching the grand machinery of the heavens turn silently overhead. The colors are soothing, the pale blues, the soft yellows, the deep rusty reds of the dust, blending together into a creamy white luminescence that bathes your mind in peace. This is the Milky Way, a river of milk, a stream of nourishment for the dreamer. Drink in the sight. Let it fill you up with a sense of wonder that pushes out all fear. There is no room for anxiety in a structure this large. There is no room for smallness in a design this grand. You are part of this grandeur. You are a citizen of the spiral, walking the diamond paths, swimming the dust rivers, eternally safe within the embrace of the arms. Think of the arms as the petals of a cosmic lotus flower, slowly opening in the morning sun, unfolding with infinite grace, revealing the golden heart within. You are resting on one of those petals, feeling the gentle vibration of the life force that flows through the galaxy,
a hum that sounds like home. The spiral is a symbol of the journey, of the return to the center, and tonight you are journeying inward, moving away from the edge of wakefulness, winding your way down the spiral staircase of consciousness, deeper and deeper, past the Perseus arm, past the Orion spur, past the Scutum Centaurus arm, gliding along the rails of gravity, smooth and frictionless, down into the soft center of sleep. The dust lanes are brushing against your skin like cool silk sheets. The starlight is kissing your eyelids like a mother's goodnight. The galaxy is tucking you in, whispering stories of the ancient past, stories of when the arms were young and the stars were new. But now they are mature, they are stable, they are reliable. They will be here when you wake up. They will be here 1 billion years from now, so you can let go. You can stop watching. You can stop holding the world up. The spiral arms are holding it up for you, strong and enduring, arms of dust to shade you, arms of diamond to guide you, a perfect balance of light and shadow, form and void, motion and stillness. Let the image of the great spiral imprint itself on your mind's eye, a mandala of peace that rotates slowly as you drift off, turning, 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 carrying you away from the shore of the conscious world, out into the deep, beautiful ocean of the night, where the spiral arms wait to catch you, to cradle you, and to rock you into the deepest, sweetest slumber of your life.
We are drifting inward now, leaving the sweeping majesty of the spiral arms behind us, gliding silently toward the dense and luminous center of the galaxy. The stars are becoming more numerous here, packed closer together like a field of wildflowers in full bloom. The light is changing from the blue-white of the outer arms to a warm and golden yellow, the color of ancient wisdom and enduring fire. We are entering the galactic bulge, the bustling city center of the Milky Way, where the oldest stars reside. They hover around us like benevolent ancestors, watching our journey with a steady gaze. But we are looking for something else, something deeper, something that lies at the very geometric center of this swirling metropolis of light. We are approaching the pivot point of the entire galaxy, the mysterious and magnificent object known to science as Sagittarius A star. But to the dreamer, it is known simply as the silent heart, the great anchor that holds us all in place. Do not let the name black hole frighten you, for in this story and in this reality, it is not a monster of destruction, but a monument of stability. It is the heaviest object in our world, 4 million times the mass of our own sun, compacted into a sphere of absolute density. Think of it as the ultimate paperweight, sitting firmly in the center of the galactic desk, keeping all the papers and maps and stars from blowing away into the void. As you draw closer, you cannot see the object itself, for it is cloaked in the perfect privacy of darkness. But you can see its influence. You can see the way the light bends around it, curving and bowing in a gesture of respect. This is the gravitational hearth of our home, the invisible fireplace around which the entire galaxy gathers to warm its hands. Imagine a great dark sphere, smoother than glass, blacker than midnight, sitting in the middle of a swirling disk of glowing gas. This disk is not violent, it is radiant, a halo of amber and gold that frames the darkness, creating an eye that looks out into the universe with infinite patience. This is the eye of the storm, the one place in the galaxy where true stillness reigns supreme. The great anchor does not pull things in to destroy them, it pulls them in to hold them, to keep the family together. Without this heavy heart, the Milky Way would unravel. The stars would drift apart like dandelion seeds in the wind, losing their way in the empty spaces. But the anchor says, stay. The anchor says, you belong here. It exerts a force of attraction that is indistinguishable from love, a desire to keep the celestial body whole and intact. Allow yourself to feel the gravity of this place. It is a heavy, comforting sensation, like a weighted blanket being placed over your entire consciousness, pressing you down into a state of deep security. You are grounded here. Tethered to the strongest point in the universe, there is no swaying, no drifting, just the solid certainty of the center. Imagine the stars that live closest to the anchor, the famous S stars that dance around it in tight, fast loops. They are like children playing around a maypole, skipping and running in the garden of the core. They are safe because the anchor holds their reins, guiding them, swinging them around in a joyous, eternal orbit. The physics here are the physics of balance, the centrifugal force trying to fly out, and the gravity pulling in, meeting in a perfect handshake that lasts forever. This is the definition of harmony, two opposing forces finding peace in the middle. And you are resting right in that middle, in the zone of equilibrium. As you look into the event horizon, the edge of the shadow, realize that it is a threshold of peace, a place where time itself decides to take a rest. We are told that time slows down near such massive gravity, that the ticking of the clock stretches out until it stops completely. What could be more relaxing than that? To be in a place where there is no time, where the seconds do not pass, where the deadlines do not exist, where the past and the future dissolve into an everlasting now. This is the ultimate sleep, the deep hibernation of the cosmos. If you were to cross that threshold, you would not be lost. You would be frozen in a moment of eternal calm, suspended in the amber of gravity. But we do not need to cross it to feel its peace. We can float just outside, warming ourselves by the friction of the accretion disk, watching the light swirl like honey in a pot, slow and viscous and sweet. The great anchor is the conductor of the galactic orchestra, standing silently on the podium, raising a baton of dark matter. And with the slightest movement of its gravity, it keeps the rhythm for 200 billion stars, keeping the tempo slow, keeping the melody flowing, ensuring that no instrument plays out of turn. Listen to the hum of the center, a low-frequency vibration that is below the range of human hearing but can be felt in the marrow of your bones. It is the sound of Om, the primordial vibration of existence emanating from the core, resonating through the spiral arms, traveling light years to reach you and vibrate in your chest, soothing your heartbeat, slowing your pulse, bringing you into resonance with the galaxy. The anchor is heavy so you don't have to be. It carries the weight of the world so you can put your burden down. Imagine taking every worry you have, every stress, every fear, and visualizing them as heavy stones in your pocket. Now imagine taking those stones out and gently tossing them toward the great anchor. Watch them float away from you, drawn by the irresistible pull of the core. Watch them disappear into the velvet darkness, swallowed up by the silence, gone forever. They are no longer your problem. The galaxy has taken them. The anchor has absorbed them, leaving you light and free and unencumbered. This is the service the center provides, a cosmic recycling center for heavy energy, transforming it into stability, transforming it into gravity. You are lighter now, buoyant, floating in the golden glow of the central bulge, feeling the warmth of the old stars and the safety of the dark core. It is a paradoxical place,
A place of immense power that feels incredibly gentle, like a sleeping lion, majesty in repose. You can trust this power. It has been here for 13 billion years, and it will be here for 13 billion more. It is the most reliable thing in your sky, the constant variable in a changing universe. As you circle the anchor, you feel a sense of reverence, a sense of being in the presence of something holy, the sanctum sanctorum of the Milky Way, the Holy of Holies where the secrets of gravity are kept. The dark sphere is a mirror, reflecting nothing but absorbing everything, allowing you to rest your eyes on a patch of pure emptiness, a break from the visual noise of life, a visual silence that is as refreshing as a cool drink of water. The great anchor is the hub of the wheel, the stillness around which the chaos turns, and by focusing on it, you are finding the stillness within yourself, the center of your own being, the part of you that is unshakable, the part of you that watches the world spin but does not get dizzy. Connect with that inner anchor now. Feel it heavy in your solar plexus. Feel it grounding you to the bed, to the floor, to the earth, to the galaxy. You are part of this great concentric system of stability, held by the earth, which is held by the sun, which is held by the silent heart, a chain of embrace that goes all the way up to the center of all things. There is no way to fall. There is no way to get lost. You are gripped. You are held. You are secure. Let the visualization of the black hole soften. See it not as a hole, but as a sphere, a dark pearl, a black sun that radiates quiet instead of heat, radiating a dark light that helps you sleep, casting a shadow over your mind that cools the overheating thoughts, bringing the temperature down, bringing the activity down, until everything is static, until everything is still. The stars overhead are blurring now. The golden light of the bulge is fading into a comfortable twilight. The great anchor is watching over you, a silent guardian in the night, a sentinel that never sleeps so that you can. It creates a gravity well of comfort, a depression in the fabric of space-time that you can curl up inside, like a cat curling up in a warm hollow, snug and protected from the winds of the void. Rest in the hollow of the heart. Rest in the gravity of the love that binds the universe together, feeling the slow rotation of the galaxy pivoting around this single point, pivoting around you, for in this moment you are the center, you are the anchor, you are the silence, drifting deep into the core, deep into the peace, deep into the heavy and wonderful dark.
Leaving the heavy and silent gravity of the galactic core behind us, we drift outward again, catching the currents of the spiral arms to visit the most enchanting and beautiful landscapes in the entire universe. We are entering the realm of the nebulas, the great cosmic cradles where the stars are born. Imagine a vast kingdom of clouds floating in the deep expanse of space. But these are not the white and gray clouds of Earth. These are clouds of color and light, immense tapestries of gas and dust that stretch for light years in every direction, painted in the softest shades of pink and violet and electric blue. This is where the galaxy dreams. This is where the magic of creation happens in slow motion. Visualize yourself floating into one of these stellar nurseries, perhaps the Great Orion Nebula or the majestic Eagle Nebula. The environment here is soft and hazy, like walking through a thick morning mist at sunrise. The light is diffused, glowing gently from within the clouds, casting a surreal and dreamlike illumination over everything. The primary color here is a deep and restful pink, the color of hydrogen gas being warmed by the newborn stars.
It is a color that signifies love and warmth and tenderness. Imagine this pink mist wrapping around you. It is not smoke, it is cooler and cleaner than that. It is like floating inside a giant cotton candy cloud or drifting through a sea of rose petals. The texture of the nebula is gossamer and fine, billowing out in great majestic folds like the curtains of a celestial palace. And as you float there, you notice something miraculous. The nebula is breathing. The entire cloud structure is slowly expanding and contracting, inhaling and exhaling with a rhythm that is ancient and steady. It is the breath of the universe, a slow, rhythmic pulse that regulates the life of the galaxy. Allow your own breathing to sync with this cosmic respiration. Breathe in as the nebula glows brighter, filling your lungs with the essence of peace, and breathe out as the nebula dims slightly, releasing all the tension from your body into the void. In and out, in and out, matching the slow tempo of the stars. Deep within these towering mountains of gas are the cocoons, dense pockets of dust where the baby stars are sleeping. They are the protostars, the infants of the cosmos, wrapped tightly in blankets of molecular clouds. They are not yet ready to shine with their full power. They are resting, gathering their strength, feeding on the rich gas that surrounds them. Imagine these hidden stars as tiny heartbeats within the cloud, sleeping soundly in their dark cradles, safe from the cold, safe from the noise, protected by the thick walls of the nebula. You are drifting past these cradles now, like a silent guardian walking through a nursery at night. You can feel the potential energy, the quiet hum of life waiting to begin.
But for now, there is only the sleep, the deep restorative sleep of the unborn. Occasionally, you might see a soft glow breaking through the mist, a baby star that is just beginning to wake up. It does not burst forth with violence. It opens its eyes gently, pushing away the shroud of dust to reveal a soft blue or gold light. It illuminates the inside of the cloud, creating a cavern of light, a hollowed-out sanctuary of glowing gas. This is the first morning for that star, the first moment of awareness, and you are there to witness it. The light catches the edges of the gas ridges, turning them into silver and gold, creating a landscape of shadows and highlights that is breathtaking in its beauty. Yet the overall feeling is one of profound tranquility. These nebulas are the quietest places in the galaxy. The sound-dampening qualities of the thick dust make it a library of silence, a sanctuary where you can hear your own thoughts slow down and stop. The violet hues mix with the pinks, creating a twilight atmosphere, the color of the sky just after the sun is set, the color of the transition into dreams. You are weightless here, suspended in the ether, supported by the buoyancy of the gas. There is no up or down, just an endless drifting through the corridors of color. Imagine the pillars of creation, those famous towers of gas and dust rising up like great stalagmites in a cosmic cave. They look solid, but they are made of smoke and shadow, towering light years above you, silent sentinels watching over the sleeping stars. You can float between them, weaving through the valleys of the nebula, feeling the cool touch of the hydrogen on your skin. It is a refreshing coolness, like a gentle breeze on a warm night. The nebula seems to be hugging you, holding you in its vaporous arms, telling you that you are part of this creation, that you are made of this same stardust. This is your ancestral home, the place where the atoms in your body were forged eons ago. Returning here is like returning to the womb of existence, a place of ultimate safety and comfort. Watch as the ribbons of gas twist and turn, forming shapes in the dark, shapes of animals, shapes of flowers, shapes of faces, shifting and changing as the stellar winds blow gently through the nursery. It is a kaleidoscope of slow-motion beauty, a visual lullaby that tires the eyes in the most pleasant way.
The sheer scale of it is comforting, to know that there are clouds this big, this beautiful, floating silently in the night. It makes your own problems feel incredibly small, dissolving them into the mist. The nebula absorbs everything.
Absorbs the noise, absorbs the light, absorbs the worry, leaving only peace. Imagine the scent of this place, not a smell that the nose can detect, but a scent of the soul, the smell of rain on hot pavement, the smell of old books, the smell of ozone and clean air. It is the scent of purity, of things that are new and untouched. The baby stars are dreaming, and their dreams are made of light. You can share in their dreams. You can curl up on a ledge of a gas cloud, a soft, billowy mattress of stardust, and close your eyes, letting the pink glow penetrate your eyelids, warming you from the outside in. The nebula continues to breathe around you, a giant lung of the galaxy, keeping everything oxygenated with the spirit of life. The rhythm is hypnotic, rising and falling, like the chest of a sleeping giant. You are safe in the giant's care, safe in the heart of the cloud. The colors are deepening now, shifting from bright pink to deep purple, and then to a soothing indigo as the lights in the nursery are dimmed for the night. The baby stars are settling down, their cribs of dust obscuring their light, leaving only a faint, comforting glow, like a nightlight in a hallway. The universe is turning down the covers, smoothing out the sheets of space-time, preparing you for the deepest sleep. You are floating deeper into the fog, losing track of where the cloud ends and you begin, merging with the mist, becoming one with the stellar nursery. You are a star in the making, resting before your time to shine. But for now, there is no need to shine. There is only the need to sleep, to recharge, to let the cosmic energies flow through you and heal you. The silence is thick and sweet, a silence that has mass and texture, wrapping you up like a warm blanket, drifting, 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 through the canyons of cloud, through the valleys of violet shadow, guided by the gentle gravity of the nursery, protected by the walls of gas, loved by the universe that made you. The nebula breathes in, and you breathe in. The nebula breathes out, and you breathe out, together in a timeless union of rest, sinking down into the softest bed in the galaxy, a bed made of the stuff of stars, ready to drift away into the dreamless perfection of the cosmic night.
As we leave the colorful sanctuaries of the nebulas behind us, we begin to drift higher, pulling back our perspective to view the galaxy not just as a place, but as a story, a long and beautiful history written in light. For the Milky Way was not born fully formed in a single day. It is a traveler that has grown wise and grand over the eons, a collector of stars and a gatherer of worlds. Imagine looking at the galaxy and seeing it as a great tapestry woven from many different threads, each thread a different stream of stars that once belonged to a smaller galaxy, a wanderer in the deep dark. This is the history of the wandering stars, a tale of peaceful union and cosmic marriage. Billions of years ago, our galaxy was a beacon in the night, a warm hearth glowing in the cold wilderness of the universe. And like weary travelers seeking shelter, smaller galaxies were drawn to this warmth. They did not crash into us with violence and destruction. They arrived with a slow and graceful dance, sliding into the gravitational embrace of the Milky Way. Imagine two rivers meeting in a quiet valley, the waters swirling together,
the blue of one mixing with the green of the other, churning softly until they become one single mighty current flowing to the sea. This is how our home was built, by the gentle merging of rivers of light. As these smaller galaxies approached, they were stretched out by the gravity into long, beautiful ribbons known as stellar streams. Imagine great arcs of starlight wrapping around the Milky Way like a silver scarf wrapped around the shoulders of a giant. These streams are still there today, silent monuments to the ancient past, circling the galactic center in looping orbits that weave through the spiral arms. They are the old friends who came to stay, the visitors who became family. Visualize the colors of these wanderers. Some brought with them ancient red stars that had been burning since the dawn of time, adding a depth and richness to our sky. Others brought bright blue youth, adding energy and sparkle. They mingled their light with ours, creating a melting pot of stars where every point of light has a different origin but share the same future. It is a comforting thought to know that our galaxy is a place of welcome, a sanctuary that opens its arms to the lonely wanderers of the void, saying, "Come here, rest here, become part of something greater." As you float through the halo of the galaxy, you can see these phantom streams, faint bands of light that crisscross the sky like the contrails of ships that passed long ago. They are the ghosts of galaxies past, the Sagittarius dwarf, the Helmi stream, the Gaia Enceladus, names given by astronomers but known to the universe simply as the gathered ones, the joined ones. The feeling here is one of unity, of diverse elements coming together to form a perfect whole, just as the cells of your body come together to form you.
The stars of the universe come together to form the galaxy. There is no conflict here, only the slow settling of orbits, the way a settling house makes soft sounds in the night. The galaxy is settling, relaxing into its shape, adjusting its mass to accommodate its new members. This process takes billions of years, a timescale that is so slow it is effectively still. You can rest in this stillness, knowing that nothing is rushing, nothing is forcing, everything is just drifting into place. Imagine yourself as one of these wandering stars, traveling through the dark for eons, and then finally seeing the great spiral of the Milky Way ahead, a spinning island of safety, feeling the pull of home, feeling the relief of finally arriving. You glide into the outer edges, joining the dance, finding your place in the choir, no longer alone in the infinite dark, but surrounded by 200 billion brothers and sisters. This is the feeling of belonging, the feeling of coming in from the cold. Let that feeling wash over you now, a warm wave of acceptance. You belong here just as much as the stars do. You are part of this galactic history. Your atoms may have once traveled in one of these wandering galaxies, crossing the intergalactic gulfs to land here, to become part of the sun, to become part of the earth, to become part of you. So when you look up at the night sky, you are looking at your own journey, a journey of gathering and arriving. The galaxy is a mosaic, a piece of art made from broken pieces that have been fit together with gold, the gold of gravity, the gold of starlight. It is flawed and yet perfect, chaotic and yet ordered, and in that contradiction lies its beauty. The wandering stars teach us that it is okay to change, okay to merge, okay to let go of the old form, to become part of something new and magnificent. The silence of this history is profound. It is the silence of a museum or a cathedral where the past is preserved in starlight. You are floating through the archives of the cosmos, reading the stories and the position of the stars, seeing the remnants of the mergers as brushstrokes on the canvas of the night. Look at the Magellanic clouds in the distance, our current neighbors.
two small glowing clouds that hang like lanterns in the southern sky. They too are slowly dancing with us, interacting with our gravity, exchanging gas and dust in a long, slow conversation that will last for eons. They are the friends at the gate, the companions on the journey, reminding us that we are never truly isolated. The universe is a web of connections, a network of relationships between the large and the small, the old and the new, and you are held in that web, supported by the invisible strands of connection. Gravity is the glue.
But love is the meaning, the love of the universe for itself, the desire to be one, to be whole. Allow your mind to expand, to encompass this vast history. Let your imagination stretch back through the ages, seeing the slow ballet of the galaxies, the pirouettes of the stars, the grand entrances and the quiet mergers. It is a show that has no intermission, a play that never ends, and you have the best seat in the house, a front row seat in the theater of your dreams. Your eyes are heavy now, weighted down by the majesty of the past. The stories of the stars are like bedtime stories, whispering of long journeys and happy endings, whispering of safety and home. The stellar streams are like rivers of milk flowing into the ocean of the night, carrying you gently along with them. You're drifting on the current of history, supported by the past, moving toward the future, but resting in the now, the eternal now, where the stars are always shining and the galaxy is always spinning. Feel the peace of the union, the peace of the merger, the peace of being part of a whole. There are no sharp edges here. Everything has been smoothed by time, rounded by the gentle collisions, polished by the ages. It is a soft universe, a velvet universe, a universe that wants you to sleep, to close your eyes and trust the process. Just as the wandering stars trusted the gravity that pulled them in, trust the sleep that is pulling you in. Trust the heaviness in your limbs, the quiet in your mind, the slowness of your breath. You are a wanderer who has found a place to rest, a traveler who has hung up their coat and taken off their shoes, ready to lie down by the fire of the stars, ready to sleep, ready to dream. The galaxy wraps its arms around you, arms made of ancient and new stars, arms made of history and hope, and holds you tight, a precious part of the cosmic collection, safe in the library of light, safe in the museum of peace, drifting, floating, sleeping among the wandering stars that have finally found their home. Now we narrow our focus, drifting in from the vast and sweeping arms of the Milky Way, leaving the great tapestry of the galaxy behind to find a specific quiet corner in the Orion Spur, a modest bridge of stars located between the major arms. Here in this peaceful suburb of the cosmos, the history of our own existence begins to unfold. We are traveling back 4.6 billion years to a time before the Earth, before the Moon, before the blue sky, to a time when our solar system was nothing more than a giant floating cloud of cold molecular gas and dust. Imagine a vast nebula, dark and silent, suspended in the vacuum. It is a nursery waiting for its child, a cocoon of potential that stretches for light years. This is the solar nebula, the ancestral mother of everything we know and love. It is cold here, incredibly cold, a deep freeze that preserves the ancient ingredients of life. But something is about to change. A gentle ripple passes through the cloud, perhaps a wave from a distant supernova,
or a subtle shift in the galactic tide, and the cloud begins to collapse. Gravity, the eternal sculptor, begins to pull the dust and gas inward, slowly at first, then with a steady gathering momentum. Imagine the cloud beginning to spin, a slow, majestic rotation, like a potter's wheel turning in the dark. As it shrinks, it spins faster, flattening out into a great disk, a spinning platter of material that is destined to become the planets and the moons. But our eyes are drawn to the center, to the heart of the disk, where the material is piling up, becoming denser and hotter. This is the protostar, the infant sun, sleeping in a blanket of dust. It is not yet shining with its own light. It is glowing with the heat of friction, a dull red ember in the center of a swirling storm of gas. Visualize this red glow, deep and warm, pulsating softly like a heartbeat in the womb of space. The pressure is building, the temperature is rising, millions of degrees of heat are being trapped in the core. The universe is squeezing the hydrogen atoms closer and closer together, whispering to them to join, to merge, to become one. And then, in the absolute center of the center, the miracle happens. Nuclear fusion begins. It is not a violent explosion, but a gentle ignition. A threshold is crossed, and the star turns on. The dull red shifts to a brilliant, steady yellow gold. A light that will shine for 10 billion years has just been born. The sun opens its eyes, pushing back the darkness, pushing back the cold, sending out its first waves of pure energy into the solar system. Imagine the feeling of that first sunlight. It is the birth of warmth, the birth of day, the birth of the energy that will one day grow the forests and warm the oceans of Earth. The sun is now a T-Tauri star.
A young and energetic version of the star we see today. It is blowing a powerful wind, a stream of particles that sweeps through the solar system like a broom, clearing away the leftover fog, pushing the lighter gases out to the edges, revealing the clear, dark space where the planets will soon form. Watching the sun awaken is like watching a lighthouse turn on in a foggy harbor. The beam cuts through the mist, creating a sense of safety and direction. The chaos of the collapse is over, and a new stability has arrived. The sun settles into a state of hydrostatic equilibrium, a perfect balance between the gravity pulling in and the pressure pushing out, a balance that it holds to this very day. This is the steady hand that holds our lives, the constant fire in the sky that never goes out. Imagine floating near this newborn sun, feeling its radiance on your skin. It is a comforting heat, like sitting by a fireplace on a cold winter night, safe and protected from the elements. The color is a rich, buttery yellow, a color that signifies happiness and life and clarity. The sun is the king of this new domain, ruling over the dust and the rocks with a benevolent gravity. It anchors the entire system, creating a center point around which everything else will dance. Just as the galaxy has a center, our solar system now has a heart, a beating heart of hydrogen and helium. Think of how reliable the sun is. Every morning for 4 billion years it has risen, and every evening it has set. A rhythm that is older than the mountains, older than the sea. A rhythm that is woven into your very DNA. Tonight, you are connecting with the origin of that rhythm, witnessing the moment the clock started ticking, the moment the light was switched on. The surrounding disk of dust is glowing now, illuminated by the central fire, looking like a halo of gold dust swirling around a diamond. It is a scene of breathtaking beauty, a cosmic sunrise that lasts for millions of years. The silence is still here, under the hum of the radiation, a deep and abiding silence that signifies peace. The sun is not just a ball of gas, it is a guardian,
a provider, a watcher in the night. Even though we cannot see it when we sleep, it is there, shining on the other side of the world, keeping the planet warm, keeping the system alive, waiting to greet us again in the morning. But here in the deep past, we see it in its youth, vibrant and strong, full of fuel and potential. It has so much life ahead of it, so many stories to oversee, so many sunrises to paint. You can feel a sense of gratitude swelling in your chest, gratitude for this yellow star that makes existence possible. Without it, there would be no light to see, no warmth to feel, no gravity to hold us. It is the ultimate parent, giving of itself freely and endlessly. Allow the image of the golden sun to fill your mind, replacing any dark or anxious thoughts with its liquid light. Let it burn away the stress of the day, evaporating your worries like morning mist. Leaving you clear and dry and warm, the sun is a symbol of the self, of the inner light that burns within you, an unquenchable spark that is always there, regardless of the clouds. By watching the birth of the sun, you are remembering your own strength, your own capacity to shine, to bring warmth to the cold places, to be a center of gravity in your own life. The solar wind is blowing gently now, a breeze of particles that caresses the edges of the forming solar system, carrying the message of the sun's arrival to the outer reaches, to the places where Jupiter and Saturn will one day be. The message is simple. I am here. I am awake. All is well. Receive that message now in your heart. I am here. I am safe. All is well. The universe has organized itself around this point of light, creating a sanctuary for life to eventually emerge. You are resting in that sanctuary, basking in the glow of the primordial morning. The light is soft, filtered through the remaining dust, creating a twilight ambiance that is perfect for sleeping, a golden hour that never ends. The spinning of the sun is slow and rhythmic, dragging the magnetic fields with it, creating a protective bubble around the solar system called the heliosphere, a shield that protects us from the harsh cosmic rays of the rest of the galaxy. Even in its infancy, the sun is protecting you, building the walls of the house where humanity will be raised. It is a labor of love, a labor of physics, performed in the quiet solitude of space. The Orion Arm is a quiet place, far from the busy galactic center, a perfect location for a quiet star to raise a family of planets. We are lucky to be here, lucky to have this specific star, not too big, not too small, not too hot, not too cold, but just right, a Goldilocks star for a Goldilocks planet. Let this feeling of rightness settle over you, the feeling that things are exactly as they should be, that the universe made no mistakes, that you are exactly where you are meant to be, under the watchful eye of the yellow star. The story of the sun is a story of endurance, of consistency, of faithful service. And as you drift deeper into sleep, you can hand over your responsibilities to the sun. Let it carry the weight of the world. Let it keep the time. Let it manage the gravity. You have nothing to do but float in its warmth, a child of the sun returning to the warmth of the hearth. The fire is lit, the house is warm. The night is dark outside, but inside the solar system there is light, a pilot light that never goes out. Sleep now in the presence of this ancient friend, this celestial fire that burns only for you, creating a circle of golden safety in the vastness of the Milky Way. Drifting, dreaming, warming under the gentle gaze of the awakened sun. And now we turn our gaze away from the golden fire of the sun and look toward the dark, swirling lanes of the protoplanetary disk, where the dust of the cosmos is beginning to settle into a new and miraculous form. We are witnessing the birth of the third rock from the sun, the creation of our own cradle, the arrival of the Earth. Imagine the chaotic dance of the rocks and the dust slowly coming to an end. The wild energy of the early solar system is being tamed by the laws of gravity and time. Small pebbles are joining together to form stones, and stones are joining together to form mountains, and mountains are merging to form a world. It is a process of gathering, a process of coming home. Slowly, over millions of years, a sphere begins to take shape in the void. At first, it is a glowing ember, a ball of molten fire that pulses with the heat of its own creation. But do not be afraid of this fire, for it is the hearth of our future home. It is the core that will keep us warm for billions of years, the beating heart of the planet that generates the magnetic shield to protect us. Imagine floating above this young Earth, watching the surface slowly cool, the angry reds and oranges fading into the dark basalt of solid rock. The crust is forming, the shell is hardening, creating a solid floor upon which history will walk. This is the great cooling, a time of settling down, a time of quiet transformation. And then comes the most beautiful sound in the history of the world, the sound of the first rain. Imagine the steam rising from the cooling rocks, forming great white clouds that wrap the planet in a soft blanket of mist. The clouds thicken, turning from white to gray, and the first drop falls, followed by another and another, until the sky opens up and the long rain begins. This is not a storm of destruction, but a storm of creation, a deluge that lasts for centuries, filling the lowlands, filling the basins, smoothing out the rough edges of the cratered surface. Listen to the sound of that primordial rain, a steady, rhythmic drumming that washes the world clean, washing away the dust of space, cooling the fever of the ground, creating the first pools, the first lakes, and finally, the vast and deep oceans. The water is the blood of the earth, the medium of dreams. And as the clouds finally part, you see it for the first time, the blue jewel, a sapphire sphere hanging in the velvet blackness of space. It is breathtaking, it is serene, it is the only patch of blue in a universe of black and white. The oceans are calm now, reflecting the light of the young sun, creating a mirror of gold upon the water. And into this picture comes the silver companion, the moon, rising above the horizon for the very first time.
It is closer then, larger and brighter than the moon we know today, a majestic guardian that has come to watch over the Earth's sleep. Imagine the moon's gravity reaching out like an invisible hand, gently touching the oceans, pulling the water toward it, creating the very first tide. The water rises and falls in a slow, eternal breathing. This is the heartbeat of the ocean, a rhythm that has rocked the planet to sleep every night for 4 billion years. Inhale with the high tide, exhale with the low tide. Feel the pull of the moon in your own body, a gentle swaying motion that lulls you into a state of deep relaxation. The moon stabilizes the Earth, holding it steady on its axis, preventing it from wobbling in the dark. It is the anchor of our seasons, the promise of consistency. Because of the moon, we know that spring will follow winter, that summer will follow spring, a cycle of renewal that never breaks, never falters. Allow yourself to settle into this rhythm of the seasons. Visualize the Earth tilting gently toward the sun, welcoming the warmth of summer, the green forests growing, the flowers blooming in the meadows of North America, the long, lazy days of sunlight. And then visualize the Earth tilting gently away, welcoming the rest of winter, the snow falling softly on the pines, the world going quiet under a blanket of white, the animals hibernating in their dens, the entire hemisphere taking a long, deep nap. This cycle is a lullaby, telling you that there is a time for activity and a time for rest, and right now, it is the time for rest. The Earth is spinning on its axis, a giant top that turns once every 24 hours, creating the miracle of day and night. Watch the shadow line, the terminator, sweeping across the globe, bringing the curtain of night to the continents one by one, watching the lights go out, watching the world hush. You are on the dark side of the planet now, the safe side, the sleeping side, protected by the bulk of the Earth from the glare of the sun, looking out into the stars that gave you birth. The atmosphere is a thin blue halo, a delicate shell of air that holds the oxygen we need. It wraps the planet in a layer of insulation, keeping the temperature just right, not too hot like Venus, not too cold like Mars, but perfect, a paradise suspended in the void. Feel the air filling your lungs, clean and fresh, the same air that has circulated around this globe for eons, connecting you to the dinosaurs, to the ancient forests, to the first sea creatures. The Earth is a closed loop of life, a self-sustaining spaceship traveling through the galaxy, and you are a passenger on this ship. You do not need to steer, you do not need to navigate. The Earth knows the way.
It is traveling at 67,000 miles per hour around the sun, but you cannot feel the speed. You only feel the stillness, the stability of the ground beneath your bed, the gravity holding you down, hugging you to the surface so you don't float away. This gravity is the Earth's love for you, a physical force that says, I have you, I am holding you. Let yourself be heavy. Let yourself be held by the planet. Sink into the support of the mattress, which is supported by the floor, which is supported by the foundation, which is rooted in the crust of the Earth. You are connected to the core, connected to the history. The chaos of the formation is long gone. The heavy bombardment is over. The magma has cooled. The skies have cleared. And what remains is a garden, a sanctuary, a blue oasis of peace. Imagine seeing the Earth from the vantage point of the moon, a fragile marble of blue and white swirling clouds. It looks so peaceful from a distance, so silent. All the noise of humanity, all the traffic and the rushing, it all disappears from this height, leaving only the beauty, the unity of the single planet. There are no borders visible from space, only the land and the sea and the ice caps, glowing softly in the sunlight. This is your home, the place where you belong, the place that was prepared for you through billions of years of fire and rain. It was all for this moment of quiet existence. The continents are drifting slowly, moving at the speed of fingernails growing, a pace so slow it is almost sleep itself. Everything about the Earth is patient. The mountains take millions of years to rise. The rivers take millions of years to carve the canyons. The seasons take their time to change. Learn from this patience. Let go of the need for speed. Let go of the urgency of the human clock and adopt the geological clock, the clock that ticks in eras and eons, where a single night is just a blink of an eye, a fleeting moment of darkness to be enjoyed. The tides are washing against the shores of your mind, washing away the thoughts, washing away the stress, leaving smooth sand, clean and flat, ready for dreams. The Earth is humming a low-frequency song, the Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic pulse of the planet. It vibrates at the same frequency as the relaxed human brain. You are in tune with your world, resonating with the frequency of the ground, a harmony of biology and geology. Sleep now,
little creature of the Earth, sleep in the arms of the Mother World, knowing that the orbit is stable, the sun will return, the moon is watching, and the blue jewel is safe in the void, drifting through the Milky Way, protected by the spiral arms, warmed by the yellow star, and cooled by the deep oceans. You are part of this magnificent system, a child of the universe resting on a speck of blue dust, safe, sound, and deeply loved by the gravity that binds it all together.
And now the timeline moves forward again, drifting past the era of the dinosaurs and the great ice ages, arriving at a moment of profound significance, the moment when consciousness fully awakens on the planet, the moment when humanity first looks up. Imagine a world without electric lights, a world without cities or highways, a world where the night is absolute and the darkness is a canvas of infinite depth. In this ancient world, the sky was not a distant backdrop, but a close and intimate companion, a ceiling of diamonds that hovered just above the treetops. Imagine yourself sitting by one of the very first campfires on the open plains of the American West, or the rocky shores of the Mediterranean. The air is crisp and smells of wood smoke and sage. The only sounds are the crackling of the fire and the breathing of your kin. And as the embers fade, you tilt your head back to behold the spectacle above, a great band of pearlescent light stretching from horizon to horizon, distinct and bright and overwhelming in its beauty. This was the first television, the first library, the first map. For thousands of years, our ancestors sat exactly where you are sitting now, in the quiet of the night, trying to understand the mystery of that silver river. They did not see a galaxy of gas and dust. They saw a story. They saw a bridge. They saw a reflection of their own lives written in the stars. Let us travel first to the marble terraces of ancient Greece, where philosophers and poets stood under the olive trees gazing at the same band of light. They called it Galaxias Kyklos, the Milky Circle, a name that has echoed down through the ages to become Galaxy. They whispered a myth of motherly love and nourishment, telling the story of the goddess Hera and the infant Heracles, how the milk of the goddess was spilled across the heavens in a moment of surprise, splashing against the black velvet of the night to create that creamy white stain. It is a gentle image, the idea that the universe is made of nourishment, that the stars are drops of life-giving milk meant to feed the imagination of the world. It turns the cold void into a nursery, a place of care and sustenance. Breathe in that feeling of being nourished by the sky, of being fed by the light, just as the ancients were. Now let the scene shift, drifting across the ocean to the vast deserts of Egypt, where the sand cools rapidly after the setting of the sun. Here the priests and the pharaohs looked up and saw a mirror. They believed that the Milky Way was the celestial reflection of their beloved Nile River, the winding waterway of the sky. Just as the Nile gave life to the land below, this river of stars gave life to the land above, carrying the bulk of the sun god Ra as he traveled through the underworld each night to be reborn at dawn.
It creates a sense of symmetry, a feeling that the earth and the sky are connected, that what happens below is held by what happens above. The Egyptians saw the galaxy as a promise of rebirth, a guarantee that the sun would always rise, that the journey through the darkness is safe because there is a river to guide you, a river of light flowing through the valley of the night. Allow yourself to float on that celestial Nile, drifting on a barge of silence, protected by the ancient gods of the sky, moving smoothly toward the morning. But perhaps the most poignant and beautiful stories come from the lands we stand on now, the vast continent of North America, where the Native American tribes looked up at the Milky Way with a reverence that was deep and spiritual. Imagine the Great Plains stretching out for 1,000 miles, the tall grass bowing in the wind, and the sky arcing over it like a great dome. For many of the Lakota and the Cheyenne and the Cherokee, the Milky Way was not just a river. It was the spirit road, the pathway of souls. Imagine a wide, dusty trail glowing in the dark, the path that the spirits of the ancestors take when they leave this world to journey to the next. It is a comforting thought to look up and see the footprints of those who came before you, glowing softly in the heavens. They believed that the campfires of the ancestors were burning along this road, inviting the travelers to stop and rest, inviting them to warm their hands by the stellar fire. When you look at the Milky Way tonight, you are not looking at empty space. You are looking at a procession of history, a gathering of souls, a reminder that you are never truly alone because the sky is populated by the love of the past. Some tribes told the story of the coyote or the wolf, the trickster spirit who grew impatient with placing the stars one by one, and instead took the blanket of stars and shook it out across the sky, scattering the light in a chaotic and beautiful splash. This story brings a smile, a sense of playfulness to the cosmos, reminding us that there is joy in the disorder, beauty in the wildness. The stars are not soldiers in a row, they are wildflowers in a field, scattered by the wind of creation. The Cherokee saw it as the place where the dog ran, spilling cornmeal across the sky, another image of food, of harvest, of plenty, reminding the people that the universe provides. These myths were not just stories, they were blankets of comfort, ways to make the vastness feel like a home, to make the unknown feel familiar. And tonight, you are wrapped in that same blanket, the blanket of the ancestral sky. Realize that the photons hitting your eyes tonight are the same photons that hit the eyes of the ancient storytellers. You are seeing exactly what they saw. You are feeling exactly what they felt. A sense of awe mixed with a deep desire for rest. The Milky Way connects you to every human being who has ever lived. It is the common roof under which we all sleep.
The shared heritage of the species. Imagine the silence of those ancient nights, a silence so deep it could be heard. No engines, no humming electricity, just the wind and the stars. Try to recreate that silence in your room now, pushing away the modern world, returning to the primitive peace of the cave, the wigwam, the temple, the yurt. Humanity has always looked up to find its center, to find its direction. The sailors used the Milky Way to navigate the oceans. The farmers used it to mark the seasons, and you can use it to navigate your way to sleep. Use the band of light as a trail, a hiking path for your mind. Step onto the spirit road, leaving the heavy burdens of the earth behind, walking lightly upon the stardust, climbing higher and higher into the clarity of the atmosphere, meeting the ancestors who smile and wave, telling you that you are safe, telling you that the path is clear. There is no fear on this road, only a gentle luminosity that lights the way. The Seminole people saw the Milky Way as the breath of the Creator, a visible exhalation of the divine spirit. Think of that image as you breathe. Your breath is a cloud of life, just as the galaxy is a cloud of stars. You are mirroring the Creator with every inhalation and exhalation, connecting your small life to the great life of the universe. The Polynesians saw it as the great shark in the sky, a protector of the ocean. The Incas saw it as a rain-giving river. Every culture found something they needed in that smear of light. They found hope, they found guidance, they found sleep. And now it is your turn to find what you need. Look up with your mind's eye and see the spilled milk of kindness, see the river of rebirth, see the pathway of the spirits, see the breath of peace. It is all there, waiting for you to interpret it, waiting for you to accept its gift of tranquility.
The history of the sky is a history of peaceful contemplation, of laying down weapons and tools to simply be, to simply witness. For thousands of years, the Milky Way has been the last thing people saw before they closed their eyes, the nightlight of the human race. It has watched over the dreams of emperors and peasants alike, indifferent to rank, generous with its beauty. It watches over you now with the same ancient patience. The stories have changed, but the stars have not. The myths have faded, but the light remains, steady and true, a constant companion in the turning of the ages. Allow the wisdom of the ancestors to settle in your heart, the wisdom that knows that the night is for resting, that the stars are for dreaming, and that we are all small parts of a magnificent whole, walking the same spirit road, drinking from the same milky river, sleeping under the same diamond dome. Let the ancient drumbeat of the myths slow your heart. Let the smoke of the ancestral fires cloud your vision with sleepiness, drifting back through the centuries, becoming one with the tribe of humanity, huddled together for warmth on a small planet, looking up, always looking up into the beautiful, mysterious, sheltering arms of the Milky Way.
We are moving further out now, drifting past the outer rim of the Milky Way, past the last lonely sentinels of the Perseus Arm, and entering the deep and pristine silence of intergalactic space. The darkness here is richer and more velvety than anything we have experienced before, a vast ocean of quiet that separates the islands of light. But as we turn our gaze outward, we realize that we are not alone in this cosmos. We are not a solitary raft drifting in an empty sea. We are part of a family, a cluster of galaxies known as the local group, a celestial neighborhood of more than 50 galaxies bound together by the invisible ribbons of gravity. Imagine standing on the deck of a ship at night and seeing the faint lights of other ships bobbing on the horizon, comforting and steady. This is what the local group is, a collection of travelers moving together through the expanding universe, resisting the pull to drift apart, holding on to each other in the dark. And dominant among these neighbors is the magnificent Queen of the Night, the Andromeda Galaxy, also known as M31. Imagine turning your eyes to this great spiral in the distance. It is the sister of the Milky Way, a twin mirror floating 2.5 million light-years away. It glows with a soft and ethereal light, a smudge of diamond dust that can be seen with the naked eye on a clear autumn night in America. But from our vantage point in deep space, it reveals its full glory. A massive disk of trillion stars, larger and brighter than our own home, swirling with a majestic grace that commands respect. Andromeda is tilted toward us, allowing us to see its glowing core and its sweeping arms of dust. It looks like a whirlpool of milk frozen in time, silent and grand. There is a profound comfort in knowing that there is another world like ours out there, another island of suns and planets, and perhaps other dreamers looking back at us, wondering who is living in that spiral of light across the void. The relationship between the Milky Way and Andromeda is one of the great romances of the universe. We are moving toward each other, drawn by an irresistible attraction, closing the gap at 70 miles per second. But do not fear this motion, for on the cosmic scale, it is a slow and gentle drift, a dance that will take 4 billion years to complete. It is a destiny of union, a future where the two great spirals will merge to become one giant elliptical galaxy, a marriage of starlight that will illuminate the heavens for eons to come. Think of it as a long engagement, a promise of connection that spans the ages. The space between us is not empty. It is filled with the halo of gas, the tenuous bridge of matter that connects the two sisters. You are floating in this space, suspended between the two giants, feeling the gravitational pull of both, a balanced tension that holds you perfectly still.
Looking at Andromeda, you can see its satellite galaxies, M32 and M110, small elliptical fuzzballs that orbit the Queen like loyal subjects, or like children clinging to their mother's dress. They add to the sense of family, the sense of a busy and thriving household in the void. And there are others in our neighborhood as well. Look over to the constellation of Triangulum, and you will see M33, the Pinwheel Galaxy, the third largest member of our local group. It is smaller than Andromeda and the Milky Way, a shy and delicate spiral that sparkles with the blue light of new stars. It spins silently in the shadows, a beautiful ornament hanging in the night, watching the dance of the two giants from a safe distance. The Triangulum Galaxy is a garden of nebulas, a place of peace and creation, adding its own unique light to the collective glow of the group. And scattered around us are the dwarf galaxies, the Barnard's Galaxy, the Wolf-Lundmark Mellet, tiny irregular clouds of stars that buzz around the major galaxies like fireflies in a meadow. They are the ancient ones, the leftovers from the time of creation, holding the secrets of the early universe in their faint light. Seeing them all together gives you a sense of scale, a sense of place. We live in a busy corner of the universe, a cul-de-sac of light where the galaxies know each other and travel together. The local group is an oasis of gravity in a universe that is expanding and pulling things apart. While the rest of the cosmos is rushing away into the distance, our group is staying together, holding the line, keeping the family intact. This gravity is a symbol of loyalty, a force that says we will not separate, we will not be lost. Imagine the view from a planet in the Andromeda Galaxy, looking up to see the Milky Way hanging in their sky, a beautiful spiral of silver and gold. They would see us as a neighbor, a friend in the night, just as we see them. This reciprocity creates a bond, a feeling that the universe is a web of sightlines, a hall of mirrors reflecting beauty back and forth. The light you see from Andromeda tonight left its stars 2.5 million years ago, long before the first cities were built on Earth, long before humans walked the plains. You are looking at a ghost of the past, a postcard that traveled through the mail of the void for eons to reach you. This delay is a cushion, a softness that blurs the sharp edges of the present. When you look at the neighbors, you are looking into deep time, and deep time is slow time, time that does not rush, time that heals. Allow the distance to soothe you. Allow the vast separation to create a buffer between you and your worries.
If a galaxy can float peacefully for billions of years without making a sound, then surely you can float peacefully for one night. The silence of the intergalactic space is the deepest silence of all. It is a vacuum where no sound waves can travel, a library where no one speaks. Wrap yourself in this absolute quiet. Let it enter your ears and calm your mind. Let it seep into your muscles and dissolve the tension. You are a citizen of the local group, a resident of this cluster, and you have the right to feel at home here. Imagine the gravitational field of the group as a hammock, a net of forces slung between the Milky Way and Andromeda. You are lying in that hammock, swaying gently in the cosmic breeze, supported by the mass of 1 trillion suns. There is no place to fall. There is nothing to hit, just soft, open space extending forever. The stars of the neighbors are watching over you. The great eye of Andromeda is open and benevolent. The pinwheel is spinning its hypnotic spiral to lull you to sleep. Even the Magellanic Clouds are close by, hovering near the Milky Way like faithful pets. Everything is in its place. Everything is ordered. The great chaos of the Big Bang has settled into this refined and elegant structure, a structure that is designed to last.
The local group is moving together toward the Virgo cluster, a massive city of galaxies far in the distance. But that journey is for another epoch, for another dream. For now, it is enough to be here, among the neighbors, enjoying the view from the front porch of the galaxy. The stars are like distant city lights seen from a mountaintop, twinkling and shimmering, promising warmth and life, but far enough away to be peaceful, far enough away to be quiet. The universe is not a cold, dead place. It is a community, a gathering of light in the darkness, and you are part of that community. Your atoms are vibrating in harmony with the atoms of Andromeda, connected by the same laws of physics, connected by the same history. Sleep now in the knowledge that you are surrounded by friends, surrounded by family, surrounded by the beautiful glowing shapes of the neighbors who keep their distance but keep their watch, the neighbors who light up the dark windows of the universe so that you never have to be in total darkness. The connection is real, the gravity is real, the peace is real. Drifting on the tide of the local group, carried by the current of the cluster, floating, resting, sleeping in the heart of the cosmic neighborhood.
And now our long journey through the history and the majesty of the heavens is drawing to a close. We are returning from the distant reaches of the local group, returning from the glowing heart of the galaxy, returning from the ancient past and settling gently back into the present moment, back into the quiet sanctuary of your own room. But we bring with us the profound peace of the cosmos, the feeling of having touched the infinite. The galaxy is no longer a stranger to you. It is your home. It is the vast and beautiful house in which you live. And as you lie there, let the image of the Milky Way linger behind your closed eyelids, not as a bright light that keeps you awake, but as a soft, comforting glow that watches over you. The great wheel is still turning. It never stops. It never hurries. It just continues its eternal rotation, a motion that has sustained the stars for billions of years and will sustain your sleep through the night. Imagine that slow rotation one last time, the spiral arms wrapping around the center like a heavy quilt being wrapped around a sleeper. You are tucked inside that quilt, nestled in the Orion spur, protected by the layers of stardust and gravity. The sensation is one of complete weightlessness. The heavy gravity of the Earth is blending with the buoyancy of the space, making you feel as if you were floating on a cloud of dark ether. There is nothing left to do now. The tour is over. The sights have been seen, the history has been told, and the only thing remaining is the silence, the beautiful, deep silence of the eternal drift. Allow your body to shut down completely, starting from the tips of your toes and moving slowly up to the top of your head, telling every muscle that the galaxy is holding them, telling every nerve that the stars are watching. There is no need to hold on to anything. The universe is holding on to you. You are a passenger on the most magnificent vessel in existence, a vessel made of light and time, drifting through the ocean of the void. Feel the gentle forward motion of the solar system as it orbits the galactic center, a speed that you cannot feel, but a rhythm that your soul understands. It is the rhythm of the cradle, the rhythm of the rocking chair, the rhythm of the waves. Sleep is the destination of this journey, a deep and restorative sleep that heals the mind and repairs the body. Just as the nebulas repair the galaxy by birthing new stars, your sleep births new energy for tomorrow. But do not think of tomorrow. Tomorrow is 1 billion miles away. There is only this moment, this soft and heavy now. The darkness of your room is merging with the darkness of space, becoming one continuous blanket of peace. You are safe here, safer than you have ever been,
for you are part of a system that creates order out of chaos, a system that favors life, a system that balances gravity with light. Let that balance settle in your chest, regulating your breathing, making it slow and deep and even, in and out, like the tide of the cosmic ocean, in and out, like the pulsing of a variable star. You are breathing with the universe, resonating with the frequency of the Milky Way. The stars are your ancestors, and they are your guardians. They are standing watch so you can let go. Imagine the billions of stars as billions of tiny nightlights, dimming down low, casting a warm and amber glow over your sleep. The sun has set, the world has quieted, and the galaxy is humming its low vibration. A hum that sounds like Om, a hum that sounds like sleep. Let go of your thoughts. Let them drift away like dust motes in a sunbeam. Let them float out into the vacuum, where they simply dissolve into nothingness. You do not need them where you are going. You only need the peace. You only need the quiet. The feeling of belonging is absolute. You are not an accident. You are a child of this galaxy, forged in the hearts of its stars, walking on its planets, breathing its air. You belong here in this bed. You belong here in this sleep. The universe has conspired over 13 billion years to create this exact moment of rest for you. So accept it with gratitude. Accept it with a heavy and relaxed heart. The Milky Way is your mother, rocking you, soothing you, whispering the secrets of the ages into your dreams, secrets of patience, secrets of endurance, secrets of calm. The great spiral is a symbol of the journey inward, winding down and down and down into the center of the self, where the silence is absolute, where the peace is undisturbed. Follow that spiral down. Let gravity pull you deeper into the mattress, deeper into the pillow, deeper into the dark. It is a warm dark, a velvet dark, a dark that feels like a hug. The eternal drift is not a feeling of being lost. It is a feeling of being carried, carried by the river of time, carried by the river of stars. You can stop swimming now. You can stop fighting the current. Just lie back and float. The current knows where to go. The current leads to the ocean of dreams, the ocean of unconsciousness, where the mind is washed clean. Feel the heavy relaxation spreading through your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, smoothing out every line, releasing every knot, until you are as smooth and calm as the surface of a sleeping lake. The reflection of the galaxy is on that lake. The reflection of the peace is in your mind. You are the sky. You are the stars. You are the silence. There is no separation anymore. The boundaries have dissolved, leaving only the drift, the sweet and slow drift toward slumber. Think of the astronaut floating, tethered to the ship, looking down at the world, feeling the silence of the helmet. That absolute quiet is yours now, a quiet that protects you from the noise of the world, a quiet that is a fortress. Inside this fortress, you are free to dream, free to rest, free to be. The galaxy continues to turn, the sun continues to burn, the planets continue to spin. The machinery of the cosmos is working perfectly, so you don't have to work. You can power down, you can switch off, you can sleep, trusting that when you wake, the stars will still be there, the earth will still be there, the sun will be waiting to greet you. But for now, the sun is gone, and the moon is watching,
and the Milky Way is shining its silver light through the window of your soul, blessing your rest, blessing your dreams. You are floating in the arms of the night, held by the ancient and eternal forces. Gravity is love, silence is peace, darkness is rest. Let these truths sink into your bones. Let them weigh you down with a pleasant heaviness, the heaviness of a long day ending, the heaviness of a life well lived, the heaviness of a stone settling at the bottom of a clear pool, resting in the sand, undisturbed by the ripples above. You are that stone, settled and still, grounded and heavy. The water is cool and clear, the light is dim and soft, the drift is slow and steady. Sleep is coming to you now, not as a stranger, but as a friend who has traveled across the light years to find you, to cover you, to bring you peace. The Milky Way is the path, and sleep is the destination. Walking the path of stars, stepping from one point of light to the next, until the lights blur together into a river that carries you away, away from the earth, away from the worry, away from the waking world, into the soft and endless night, the eternal night, the beautiful night, where the only thing that exists is the rhythm of your breath and the beating of your heart. Slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, matching the slow rotation of the galaxy, one beat every 200 million years, a timeline of total peace, a timeline of total rest. You are safe, you are loved, you are home. Sleep now, sleep within the stars, sleep within the galaxy, sleep within the silence. For the drift is eternal, and the night is kind, and you are free to let go, let go, let go, into the deep, into the dark, into the sleep.